Chair, let me say up front before I ask my three questions. The narrative that Mr. Jooste has just presented is not new. It's almost like that's the statement he has decided to stick on for all these years, as and when he's asked questions about Steinhoff in the public discourse. So as and when he was reading it, I played in my mind exactly what he's going to say. So I'm a little bit disappointed. For him to explain to us how the search and seizure by the German authorities relates to the allegation of overstating of the financial position of the company. How do you relate it?
The German tax authorities, when they did their investigation into the books of the German subsidiary, as I referred to it, queried transactions entered into between German affiliates of Steinhoff and Swiss companies of Steinhoff, which one of the principles of the group was that all brands that the group owned, we put together in a Swiss brand management company, and that company licensed the retail throughout the world with those brands and earned royalties on it. And the investigation or the queries at the time was the transfer pricing and the valuation of how those brands were calculated. But obviously it's a long, complicated thing, but I hope that answers the question.
What big mistakes did you make which eventually caused financial loss to innocent people? That's the first question. The second question is that if you look at the code of conduct of Steinhoff International Holdings NV, under a heading which reads, "The group does not condone any act or attempts at fraud and corruption," it reads that no employee may engage in any act involving fraud, corruption, money laundering, dishonesty, and deception. Can you say, as an employee of Steinhoff, who was bound by the code of conduct, that you complied with the code of conduct of Steinhoff International Holdings NV, given the fact that it says no employee may engage in any act involving fraud, corruption, money laundering, dishonesty, and deception? Then my third question. When, on the version that we have, the bolt from the blue finally struck on or about Monday the 5th of December 2017, one of the people who you once regarded as a friend apparently referred to you as, and I quote, "a fucking psychopath," presumably because you had lied to him convincingly for years. Is it, given the fact that it now appears that you lied convincingly for years about the state of the company, an accurate description of your personality? And do you think that was led to the code collapse of Steinhoff shares?
On the 5th of December, after I was informed that the board took the decision to appoint a new investigation, and I became not the CEO anymore, I sent to a number of my close colleagues that reported to me a SMS, and in that SMS I referred to big mistakes that I made that has led to this, and the mistake that I referred to was the choice in 2007, and they were all very well aware of that, by Seifert, that was our strategic partner, failed, and that has cost the company since 2015, all the drama that went through, the fights, the financial losses, and also that led to this perception of accounting irregularities, and where we were at that stage not being able to complete the financial statements in time, and obviously the financial loss would have been devastated to a lot of people. The Code of Conduct of Steinhoff, according to my knowledge, is applicable to all staff members of the group. I am not aware of anybody during the period that I was there. We had quarterly audit committee meetings, internal audit, whistleblowing facilities. There was incidences of theft or fraud on a smaller level, but certainly I was not aware of anybody that acted deliberately or knowingly in contradiction to that code of conduct. Chairperson, I am not in a position to comment on the last question because I'm not aware about the statement or have ever heard it. I would like to say that I never lied about the activities of the company as the allegation was made, and I don't understand the last point.
Mr. Jooste, have you been approached by the Hawks for a meeting anytime soon? Would you be willing to meet with the Hawks? Anytime? Mr. Jooste, you say that you've lost 3 billion rand on your poor man now.
to believe what it now.
Mr. Jooste, would you like to say? Mr. Jooste, do you have a personal message to pensioners at all over the last saga? Sure. Anything to say, Mr. Jooste? How did you find today's experience?
Sorry guys.
Hoe het vandag gegaan, meneer Jooste?
Thank you guys.